Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Amethyst Raven. This is Count Archibald, and we have come on today with a very exciting new project that I'm very excited about. Now last year I was contacted by the extremely talented Belle over at Bellevue Creations, and I have to admit I did fangirl a little bit when she got in touch because I've been following her for a while and she has inspired quite a lot of what I've made and techniques and things that I've used, and I just absolutely love her style of art and crafting. And so she reached out and basically wondered if I would like to do like a crafty collab with her, because we're both in the UK, we both have similar styles, and I was absolutely blown away that Belle thought that I was actually good enough to collab with, and to say that I was buzzing for the rest of the day after I got that message is an understatement. Anyway, we had a little chat and it's culminated into a Wheel of the Year tag swap. So for each Sabbath in the Wheel of the Year, we're going to make each other a tag and send it to the other one. And then we can use that tag to record what we're doing for the Sabbath, or recipes that we use around that time, or whatever we want to do on it. And as you know, if you do follow my channel, or you've seen any of my other videos, I do journals for each of the Sabbaths or the seasons around that Sabbath. So I can use it in there. So we agreed that the tag has to be 6 by 3.5 inches, and we can only use what we have, so no buying new stuff specifically for this, which is great because one of my goals for the year is to simplify what I have in an attempt to have a low buy year. So the first tag we are making for each other is Imbolc, which is the 1st of February. So today, if you're watching this when it's released, and if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. And the celebrations basically start on sunset on the 31st of January, and sometimes they also call it February's Eve. And as I am making this tag today, I will try and give you a little bit of info about Imbolc, but actually more about what it means to me in my practice. And do let me know if you celebrate the Wheel of the Year at all and what your plans are. So this video is going to be in 3 parts. So this first part is me doing this explanation, just so I could put something interesting down for you to look at instead of just my messy, crafty stuff. The next part will be coming up in a second, and that's me making Belle's tag. And then at the end of this video will be me unboxing what I have received from Belle, which will be a totally different day. So don't be alarmed if my nails, which are not done, and my sleeves have changed. But I do wear this hoodie quite a lot, so probably might be wearing the same clothes. So let's get making. Me and Count Archibald. Archibald isn't going to help make it. Loki's also huffing and puffing in the background. But together we'll get through this. And I'll be back in a second. Okay, let's get making. Now I'm probably going to... Oh, I've already bashed my camera. I'm probably going to voice over the majority of this, just because it's easier. I think I'm not massively used to doing process videos, so I'm just going to kind of tell you the things that I've got, and then I'll probably go to voiceover after that. Apologies for the shadow. It is the winter. It is January still at the moment when I'm filming, and it is dark out because I have to work all day. So I've kind of tried to get it as far away as possible, the reflection, but it'll get covered up and stuff in a minute anyway. So I'll just go through the bits and pieces that I've got that I plan on using first. So I've got, so as I said, the tag itself needs to be 3.5 by 6 inches. I got this stencils for Christmas, and this is 3.5 long. Now I wanted to do a tag with a little front pocket in it, and this works perfectly. So I will cut this down in a second, and I did pre-measure it, so it's about there. So that'll be 6 inches long, 3.5 wide, and I will probably do something with that, and then I will cover that. So I've got my drop paper down here, so what I will do is I will back it on there once I am done, and it might have a little bit of interesting grunge and stuff. I've got some various bits of stuff to do with Imbolc, so I might use that title, just some stuff on February I might put in. I've made this little snowdrop optimism spell, which will go in this little pocket here, and I will grunge that up a little bit. And then I've just got, you know, signs that it's Imbolc and a bit of Edith Holden on February, just to use some book page in there. So that's kind of my big bits. And then I've got some little bits in this cute tin. Stop wobbling. And so I wanted to put a snowdrop on this somewhere. I had it in my head. I was adamant I wanted to put a snowdrop in. Went through all my Edith Holden books. I must have used them all up. Went through all my stickers. Could not find a snowdrop for the life of me. So I was like, well, we said we weren't going to get anything new for it. So in my head, that included printing stuff off. So I couldn't print off a snowdrop. So I thought I'd draw one. And I'm not very good at drawing. But I just drew this little snowdrop here. It sort of looks like a snowdrop, I think. And I just outlined it in a black Sharpie, a fine liner Sharpie, just like that. So that is the snowdrop that'll go on it. And then I ripped out some words that signify Imbolc that I'll stick on somewhere. So I've got transform, I've got change, reflection, awakening. Don't know, I might have some more. Got some cute little blue wintry looking washi. Got various stickers and rub-ons and things that I might use. Deer, that's a symbol of Imbolc. And I also, Belle really loves stitching, and I don't have a sewing machine, and I do have a handheld one, but I broke it because I think I was expecting far too much from it, and now it makes a horrible screeching sound. And I thought, I've seen Belle do some hand stitching of things like stars and stuff in the past, and I thought, right, well, Imbolc is the beginning of February, and it often snows around this time. So I thought I would do I would hand stitch a couple of little snowflakes, and I did one as a practice first, and actually it came out pretty good, so I'm using that one. So this is my practice one, little snowflake, and I've just popped some tape on the back just to hold the threads down, and that's my other one. So they will appear somewhere. And I've got some mushrooms. Oh, another word, transition, bits of paper, and a couple of Edith Holden deers, upside down, deers that I might use. A bit of that February page from Edith Holden, a bit of sparkly string that I found, and a tea bag, because Belle loves working with tea bags. So I thought I would try and bring in some stuff that I know she likes, and put a me spin on it a little bit. So that's my little box of little bits. And then I will do some kind of a dangle or charm or topper. Well, I will do a topper. Now for Christmas, my parents got me a heated blanket, and on the top of it is the furriest ever. I know that Belle loves soft things and texture and feeling things, and it makes her feel kind of safe. So I'm going to attach this, which was a little filmy bit off of my blanket, and it's really, really soft and lovely. So I will attach this onto the tag. I might decorate the back of it. I'll leave this bit because I don't want to get any ink or anything on the nice fluffy fluffs. So that'll go on it somewhere. Got some lace to decorate around the place. Got a bit of this, which I might use as a topper. Might grunge it up a bit. Various bits of string. And then I've got, oh yeah, I found this. I don't know what it came off of, but I found this. And Belle, if you know Belle's channel, you know she's called Bella Boo, and her picture is of a bat. So I'll hang this off. It's a little bit bent, but she could use it as like a stencil or something maybe. And then I've got a few charms, which I will audition when it comes to it. So I've got some stars and triple moon, pentacle, pentagrams, all that sort of stuff. So we'll see which of those works in a little bit of goldy yellow. So those are all my bits and pieces, and like I said, I will voice over the rest of this, I think, while I'm actually making it. And I'll tell you a little bit about Imbolc and what I'm doing, and we'll take it from there. So hopefully this isn't going to be hopefully this is going to be all right. Okay, so I am on voiceover mode, and I just recorded a load of voiceover, and then I tried to stop it just to go and get something, and it disappeared. So that was fun. So I'm going to try again. So I'm just cutting down my background to my tag shape, making sure that it was 6 inches long, and then I'm just taking this emery board just to low-key snoring in the background, just to kind of knock back some of that shininess that's on the bit of paper, what's it called, cardboard, just to give it a little bit of tooth, because I will spray some inks on it in a second, just to give it a little bit of background. Loki's snoring very loudly now, so if you can hear that, then that's what it is. So I'm just spraying some I think it's Vintage Photo Distress Oxide spray on, and then I will dry that off, get covered all over my hands in it, and then come in with some Twisted Citron spray as well, just to, I mean, it's going to mostly get covered up anyway with stuff that I put down, but it was just in case there was going to be any exposed bits. I wanted to give it a little bit of interest. So I said I would go through some bits of information about Imbolc and what it means to me, and I did also go and get a book of correspondences to go through some of that as well for you. So just while I'm selecting all my bits of paper and everything and putting things down, I will just give you a bit of information about Imbolc. So Imbolc marks the halfway point between the winter solstice, or Yule, and the spring or vernal equinox, which is Ostara, and that's around the 21st of March. And a lot of people use the Imbolc time to start their spring cleaning. I tend to do that more towards Ostara in late March, because that feels more like spring where I live, and I am more in like a cleaning and refreshing of the house mood by that point. So for me, Imbolc is more of a time of transition. So it's not really a definitive season. So it's supposed to be like the beginning of spring, but it's still very wintry feeling at this time of the year. And my birthday is early February as well, and I've often had snow days on my birthday, so it definitely doesn't feel like spring. But then you'll see the odd snowdrop or other new flowers blooming, and then it does feel quite kind of springy. So it's that sort of transitional time, really. And I'm just inking up my bits of paper now. This video was very, very long, so I've had to speed it up and cut it down quite a bit. So a lot of my thinking and inking time I've cut out, so you don't need to you don't need to see me thinking about things for ages. So I'm just popping down my heading there for February, and and these are both Edith Holden pages, so I'm just putting down there. And the title bit where it says Imbolc on the bottom flappy out bit of tag, there's going to be a pocket that is from the Llewellyn's Sabbath Almanac, I think it is. This bit of paper I've just picked up, but for 2023 I think, so it's quite old. So I'm allowing myself to cut that down now, and just threw my dauber off the table. And I will be reinforcing the fold on that pocket, just because I ink it up a bit too much and decided it needs a little bit of reinforcing with some washi tape. So for me, Imbolc is like the start of when I really focus on my goals for the year. I don't make a point of starting them on the 1st of January. I use January as like a planning and prep month, and I don't hold myself too much to account in January. So Imbolc for me is actually when I class the year as starting. January is just like a bit of a liminal space for me. And Imbolc actually is technically the 3rd Sabbath in the wheel of the year, because it actually starts on Samhain, but a wheel is a wheel, so there's never really a beginning or an end, is there? So I've just sprayed a bit of that distress sprays on the Imbolc thing, just to dirty it up a little bit, grunge it up, and then I'm just going to come in with some water just to move it around and things, and then I will just dry it with my heat tool and get that stuck down. So what am I doing now? I think I'm selecting all my bits and pieces. So I do change my mind about 743 times. I've got those snowflakes that I hand stitched that I was talking about, that I attempted, my first attempt at hand stitching a shape. The only kind of stitching I've ever done in the past is maybe like a basic blanket stitch, not on a blanket, or when I've like fixed some socks or replaced a button or something. Like, I've never done any kind of shapes, but I thought I'd give it a go. I've seen Belle do it a few times with like stars and stuff, so I thought I would try it myself. And what else am I doing here? I'm still just messing about with sticking on that title page. So another one of the bits of paper I was going to use, which I didn't in the end, is called Imbolc the Signs, and it came from my Witch's Planner from last year. And there's a bit of information about Imbolc called by James Cambos. So I'm just going to read that out to you to give you an idea of a bit more of information about what Imbolc means. So at Imbolc, the halfway point between Yule and Ostara, many regions are still in the grip of the snow and cold, but all around us are the signs that the season is beginning to change. Daylight hours lengthen. From the still frozen earth, crocuses nudge their way through the snow. Some signs, however, can't be seen. From the roots, sap unseen and silent rises to renew the vitality of every tree. Even the twilight of early evening begins to show signs of change. Dusk lingers. Darkness doesn't fall as suddenly as it did a month ago. Now the dusk has a soft, leisurely glow. Mark this Sabbath by honouring the signs of nature's changes. Upon your altar, place a package of seeds. Meditate on how something as small as a seed will bring forth the sign of a changing season and the power of the life force renewed. If you don't have a garden, do this meditation by using a small new houseplant. Tend it and think of nature's changing signs as it grows. It may still snow, but the signs at Imbolc tell us the life force of Earth is eternal. So I thought that was a nice little thing just to read out to tell you about the signs of Imbolc, and that was James Cambos, and that was taken from my Witch's Planner or Witch's Diary, I can't remember, from last year. So I'm just doing some layering up here. I've got a bit of tea bag that is from a lemon, ginger and manuka honey tea. Very tasty and good for you at this time of year. And I know that Belle likes to work with tea bags, and she does not like to work with coffee dyed anything because she's very allergic to coffee. So I have not used anything coffee dyed in this make at all, and will not be for any of the tags that I make or anything I do for Belle at all in the future. And again, Loki is still fast asleep, snoring away, so that's what you can hear in the background. And I've got this little tag here, which is cute, that I'm just seeing if it fits. And I've got this deer, which is also a sign of Imbolc. A bird, I don't know what that bird is and whether or not it's a sign of Imbolc, but birds are around all the time, so thought I'd stick one of those on. And I've got that hand-drawn snowdrop as well that I did, that hopefully looks like a snowdrop. I'm not very good at drawing, so I just, the basicer, is that a word? It is now. The basicer, the better for me. So I'm just, what am I doing? Reinforcing that. Yes, I'm just reinforcing the fold there for the pocket, just so that it doesn't come apart. And I will eventually stick that pocket down later on. Kind of last thing, just so I can make sure that I've done everything I need to do. And I'm just punching a hole in this tag. Even though I'm going to stick it down, I'm getting some of that really, really thin thread to put through, just to give it a bit of extra interest. So the tag itself is quite thick, and thread I thought would be cute just to kind of stick down. That was Loki. He's very loud at snoring, sorry. Just to stick down a bit of that thread, but also have some of it kind of hanging off as well, just to give it a little bit of extra texture and interest there. And then I'm just gonna play about with that for a little bit. Now, what I was getting earlier when I lost my original recording was my big orange book of the complete book of correspondences, and it's huge and I use it so often. It's filled with like page markers and tabs and things, but I thought I would just give you all the different correspondences that it says for Imbolc, and depending on if I have any more time I need to fill, I will also maybe do spring and February as well in general. So Imbolc, so also called Candlemas, and the zodiac is Aquarius, which is me. Solar, in the solar system, the corresponding planet is Moon. It's not a planet, but you know what I mean. The moon phase is that corresponds as waxing. Season is winter. The element is fire. The corresponding colours are green, pink, white and yellow, but I think you can also have like grey, brown, those sorts of colours as well. The trees are blackthorn, cedar, rowan and sycamore. And the miscellaneous plants is grain and reed. Herbs and garden is angelica, basil, blackberry and bramble. Gemstones and minerals is amethyst and turquoise. The goddesses, and I'm going to butcher these names, are Ariana, Artio, Athena, Brigid or Breed, Danu, Gaia, Inanna, Juno, Selene and Vesta. The gods are Bragi, Cupid, Dianset, Demuzi and Eros. The animals are badger, groundhog, deer, sheep, also ewes and lambs. Also, it hasn't mentioned snowdrops. Snowdrops are one of the flowers for it. The birds are robin and swan. And mythical is dragon. And the issues, intentions and powers that correspond to Imbolc are activate/awaken, animals, banish, beginnings, divination, fertility, healing, hope, illumination, inspiration, light, pregnancy and childbirth, prophecy, prosperity, purification, transformation, well-being and youth. So that's all the things in the big orange book of correspondences for Imbolc. And what am I doing now? So, oh yes, I've got all my stuff down in the background on the main part of the tag, and now I'm just seeing what I want to put on this bottom part, the pocket part of it. Now I'm just gonna, let's have a look and see what are the correspondences for February in general. So February, the moon names for February are chaste, quickening, storm, wild and wolf. The colours are black, blue and red. Black and red are like my favourite colours to work with. Gemstones and minerals are amethyst, moonstone, obsidian, onyx, topaz and red zircon. From the sea is pearl. And issues, intentions and powers for February are astral realm, banish, beginnings, empowerment, fertility and purification. So similar to Imbolc. Now I've stuck these mushrooms on onto my tag, which I thought were cool because they were like towering over the deer. But they're a bit shiny, but it's fine. I'll deal with it. And I've got this rub-on little bit of leaf in the corner as well, and I think, and then I remembered about my little words. So I've got those words on there, things like change, transform, transition, awaken, etc. I went through them at the beginning. And I'm just inking those up, and then I'll figure out where to put them. And then spring, so the things that correspond with spring. Now spring in this book is saying that it's actually March the 21st to June the 20th, which is Ostara and Beltane. And then we do know that summer starts when Letha starts, because that's the summer solstice. So yeah. And then the zodiac for spring is Aries and Taurus. Celebrations are Beltane and Ostara. The element is air. Directions that correspond is east and southeast if it's late spring. Tarot, the tarot, what's it called, suit is swords. And I'm just backing my tag onto my drop paper that I've been using and spraying on, so it's got a little bit of interest in spray and stuff like that on it, so I will stick that onto the back of my tag and then decorate that up a little bit. So going back to spring, the gemstones and minerals are amethyst, chrysoberyl, emerald, peridot and red spinel. The goddesses are Flora, Ishtar, Kor, Maya, Ostara and Venus. Gods are Baelabog, Hermes and Mars. The animals are antelope, badger, bear, bobcat, deer, goat, lion, opossum, otter, prairie dog, rabbit, raccoon and sheep. The reptile is frog. Birds are chickadee, crane, cuckoo, duck, grosbeak, grouse, heron, oriole, partridge, quail, robin, starling, swallow, turkey, waxwing and wren. And the spring issues, intentions and powers is activate and awaken, beauty, beginnings, calm, fertility, gentleness, healing, hope, increase, innocence, life, light, magic, dragon, purification, rebirth and renewal, and youth. So there's a lot of crossover there. And I'm just inking up the back of my tag, and I'm just seeing what it's saying about winter. There's a lot, it's all kind of the same. And zodiacs, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces. Tarot for winter is Pentacles. So what am I doing now? So now I'm trying to figure out where to put the snowdrop. I drew it, I'm using it somewhere. And I've decided that I'm going to put a bit of more of that tea bag down and then stick the snowdrop on top of that. I should use Mod Podge to put the tea bag down, but it was all the way over there and I was all the way over here, so I didn't in the end. But it sticks down quite nicely anyway with my Cosmic Shimmer glue. And I'm using either Cosmic Shimmer glue or the collab glue for this tag. Just the collab is like not water based, so it's good for when I'm putting it on things that have been like inked and stuff. And I'm just using my Sharpie again just to go around some of the black lines on the snowdrop just to make them pop a little bit more, because when I'd sprayed and inked the snowdrop, it dulled down some of those lines. And now I'm just getting my lanyard punch, and then obviously I completely forgot that I was going to have to punch a hole in it and didn't take that into account when I was sticking my February down, so I've had to put it quite high up, but it's okay, it will be fine. And I'm just popping my last couple of words on the back. And now we are going to look at doing the topper for it. So I've got my little furry thing that will be stroked, and I'm not going to do anything to the side that's got the fluffy bit on, because I don't want to get it covered in inks and things, because it might make it a bit weird. So I'm just I'm only going to decorate the back of it. And I've got this, it's from Edith Holden, like the biography, it's called, what's it called, Country Diaries of an Edwardian Lady or something like that, but it's like her life book rather than a book that she wrote. And I think this is a picture that she drew, but I'm not sure, but it's some deer, but it's out of that book. So I'm just inking that up and just getting as much of that, well, it's a stag actually, on there as possible. And then I'll just trim that down, and that'll kind of be, get my little ruler, because I didn't want to, just in case I had any glue or anything on my bigger ruler, I didn't want to get that on the fluff. And just trim that down and ink back around it, and then just pop a little hole in the corner. And then when I'm doing all these toppers, I've had to cut out quite a lot, because I spent about 900 hours, I don't ever exaggerate, I spent a very long time trying to figure out which strings and stuff to use, and then trying to get them through, and then trying to get me jump ring open to put my charm on and stuff. So I spent a very long time messing about with the topper of this, which is fine. I enjoy doing it, but you don't need to see me doing all that messing about. So with this bat, like, the intention isn't this bat will stay on this tag for Belle, unless she wants it to, of course. It doesn't go with any of it. So what I've done in the end is I've not used that bit of string, I've not used that bit of twine either. I've actually just used a bit of multicoloured wax thread and popped that through, and then it can just be taken off the tag topper and used. Belle can use it for whatever she wants, either hanging it on something, or she could use it as a little stencil, or anything she wants. So that's those colour bits, and I've just emptied all the rest of my little bits out. Decide which charm to use, so I go with the Triple Moon Goddess in the end. And Belle, if there was one of those that you think, oh, I wish you'd have used that, then let me know and I can use it in another one for you in the future. And I really need to learn the art of zooming, because this all looks very far away, so I am sorry, but you can zoom in on YouTube if you want to. You can kind of pinch it in and look a bit closer at things, but I will show you a close-up of the whole tag at the end. And so what am I doing? Messing about. Oh yeah, I'm just grunging up a bit of lace that I'm going to put through as the topper, and then I will attach everything onto the bulb pin, and use that bulb pin as well, just as a bit of security on that lace so it doesn't come undone. So the reptiles associated with winter are snake and tortoise. I'm still just looking at my winter correspondences because it's next to me, just while I mess about with all these bits. And obviously I haven't received Belle's tag yet, because it's still very early on in January. And when I do, I will I will film myself unboxing it, like, for the first time. So it will be my first thing. The first time I see it will be on video. And I will add that to the end of this video, and I'm so excited to see what Belle makes me. And now I'm just inking up that spell that I wrote out, the Snowdrop Optimism spell, I think it's called. And then I'm just going to decorate the back of that, fold it up a little bit and ink those folds, and then fold it differently just to make it look like it's kind of gone through the passage of time, as we like to do in the world of junk journaling and grunging up and stuff like that. I think Belle said it once in a video ages and ages ago, is that we're the only people that get a vintage photo and then ink it up with a vintage photo ink. Good old Tim Holtz. And so I'm just decorating this bit of paper up a little bit, and then I'll just pop that in. And I keep trying to use this. I finally find somewhere I can use that sticker. It's a sticker of, why have I started to talk about what plant it is? I don't know what it is. It's a sticker of some sort of plant, but it's got like little white flowers on it, and I thought that looked kind of wintry. How's all of your January's been? What do you guys do in January? I once said, and I stand by it, that for me, January is like, when you're cooking dinner and you want to be like all prepared and you pre-chop and everything, you put them in little bowls. That for me is what January is. It's my putting things in little bowls month, in order to be able to do everything better for the rest of the year. Oh, a van has just appeared outside, so Loki has to just make sure that they're not danger. And also try not to stand on the cat at the same time, who is on the back of the sofa. So I'm just inking up this bit of paper as well. So this is, what is it? It's a, Imbolc Sundown candle spell that I got out of my Spell a Day Almanac from last year, I think. Or was it the year before? I can't remember. But it's another little Imbolc spell. And then a bit of information on the front of it about February. And then I'm just popping those in the little pocket. And this is the final tag, with a little pocket on the front, lots of bits of thread and things hanging off. I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope that the video and voiceover flowed okay. It's quite a long one for me, but I'm going to be doing more process videos as the year goes on. Take myself out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I'll be back in a second with the unboxing of my tag from Belle. So do stay tuned. But if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. Give me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm just chatting now because this is taking longer than I thought it was going to take. Happy Imbolc. And let me know if you're celebrating what you're doing. And see you in a sec. Okay, so myself and Count Archibald are very, very excited because I just got a package in the post and it's really shiny. And I'm really hoping it's from Belle. So, you've just seen what I made for Belle. I sent that off to her. Hopefully she likes it. And this should be what she has made for me. If it's not, I'll just delete this video, no problem. And go to Belle's channel to find out how she made it. And yes, let's get opening, shall we? So excited, I'm so excited. Right, I'm just going to move Count Archibald just over here. He can still see, don't worry. I'm just going to rip it open. So excited. I've never received anything like this in the post before, so I'm so excited. Okay, this is taking forever. More bubble wrap. So tied up nicely. Oh look! Oh, look at this beautiful, what's that called? Eyelash trim. It's got all sparkles in it. It's all blue and white like winter. And she's done a wax seal in blue and white. Oh, I love it. Not even opened it yet and I love it. What does this say? Nothing. So cute. And let me open this up. Got a little bulb pin. Just pull this off. Look at the little poppers. Oh, that's so adorable. Okay, let's open this off camera. Okay, I won't read that out loud, but I love it. Right, let's get into it. Oh, I love this tissue paper. It's such a lovely colour. She has said something on it is quite fragile, so I'm opening it very, very gently. So much tissue paper. Oh, wow. Look. Look. Imbolc down there. These little flowers and this little lammy. And look. These little snowdrops there. What she said was fragile. Is Gorgeous little snowdrops. We both did snowdrops. I love it. A little goddess. And my brain has gone blank, so I've forgotten what the spiral symbol's called. But it's gorgeous. This little leaf. This is absolutely beautiful. It's got a little pocket. We both did little pockets on the front. That's so cool. Let's see. I think that might be Edith Holden in the background there. A little bit to write on. I don't know if that comes out. Does that come out? Oh, it does come out. Oh yeah, it is Edith Holden. February 1st, dull day, bright and mild. I think it's Edith Holden. Look. And look, just see through the back. This candle. And it shakes. Oh wow! On the back has got another pocket. And some more little tags that she stamps some snowdrops on. And some more little sheepies. So cute. And a swan. I'm only scared of swans in real life. I'm not scared of them in paper form, so that's fine. And there's the candle. And it's a shaker. This is absolutely beautiful. I am so overwhelmed and so lucky to own a piece of Belle's art now. And we get to do it for the rest of the year, hopefully. Hopefully she won't go, actually, yours are rubbish, so I don't want to play anymore. Because those are absolutely gorgeous. Well, please go and visit Belle's channel. I will link her down below. And see, because we should both have released our videos at the same time. I'm going to just cry over this amazing tag that she has sent me because it's absolutely stunning. And we will be back for the next Wheel of the Year tag swap for Ostara, which is around the 20th of March. So please like and subscribe. Please visit Belle's channel if you don't know who she is, which I'm pretty sure you will do because she has 4,000 subscribers and I have 82. Not 82,000, just 82. So, yeah, if you don't know Bellevue Creations, she is an absolute artistic genius. I love her art. I love what she does. And I am so honoured to actually own a piece of it now. So come back next time. And yeah, I don't know how to finish this really, but thank you so much, Belle. Thank you so much. It is absolutely gorgeous. And this dangle is just amazing. Beautiful. Please like and subscribe and share and all the things. And I'll see you next time.